Hey, you know what? This made me realize because I had to repot my aloe into a bigger pot. Of course, this isn't the biggest, and I'm sure not the best pot to actually put aloes in, but I am running low on space, and I definitely need to level them out because, as you can see, they were tilting, and so I think this one dropped along with two of these over here. Actually, this one just dropped just now, so I have three of these, and I'm just trying to make sure I can have some sort of room where they can grow. The good thing about aloe is that they tend to be more sturdy than anything. Well, sturdy, durable. So I'm just here planting. We're just trying to mix soil up, make sure they're good enough to go. So I kind of did a quick skim online, and saw that you need to put sand because I think you have to get like a cactus potting mix. So usually I think it would be some soil, and then I think you can also use coco coir. So I'm using some of that, but then of course the main thing is adding some sand. And so I saw that we had some sand here from the backyard over there, and I guess it was used for a different reason, but it's just been sitting there so long that grass actually started growing from it. Here's one piece of grass I actually found in that sand bag. Yeah, so right now I'm just mixing it with my hand because it feels nice. It's like a nice earthy feel. I'm just kind of giving it a nice turn. I'm going to use two of my hands in a second. I just wanted to show you what I'm doing so far to make, I guess, my kind of homemade cactus or aloe planting mix. Yeah. That's how it looks so far, but I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to add more sand, a little bit more soil, and also more coco coir. Because I know coconuts, they grow in more tropical climates, but I do think that they are heat tolerant, and in some circumstances, depending on the crop, they also are drought tolerant. So I don't think, using some of these where life actually grows in this as well, it would be a great addition to the aloe planting mix. Let me show you actually. So as you can see, I had a brief attempt of trying to grow these and have roots grow over them, but it didn't work. But when I took them out, I realized that there was pieces of grass actually growing in here, so you can actually see the roots still. All of these right here, those are roots. So I actually took them out and realized that grass was growing in here too. I'm like, what? I didn't know that grass would grow in here. But nonetheless, got some nice, healthy soil, which all three of these are eligible to grow plants in. So I think this would be really nice for the aloe to grow into, and I'm pretty excited to pot them up. Okay, so I'm not sure if the soil is completely finished, but I think this is what I have so far. I know a lot of coco coir, but I also have a reasonable amount of sand, and just maybe to top it off, I'll add a little bit more sand from here. Just a dab more, handful. I think I got it. Mix it up a little bit more. Make sure I get the bottom. Then I'm gonna put it inside of aloe pot. Look at that. Like doing this, just it's kind of like cooking. Just putting your hand in the flour, making sure you get the nice texture. This is basically pre-cooking right here, literally. Alright, so I think I'm good with everything. Let's do one last turn around, churn, mix, and then I'm going to start putting this, right, transplanting this or putting it into the soil that the pot that it belongs to. Alright, so I switch plates. Switch tables because that one is more of a dining one. So I'm just gonna put everything into here. I know a lot of it's just gonna, a lot of it's just gonna slip out because there's big holes in the bottom, and so I hope that everything doesn't fall out. I think once I actually put a little bit water of it, all of it's not going to come out, and I don't shake it vigorously. But yeah, I'm going to put the rest of this in here and then start transplanting the aloe. Alright, so I finished putting in the soil, but here is the aloe I have, and I think this is coco coir. This is actually grown with coco coir, as you can see. And basically this is I guess a great thing, I guess, to preserve the water, since aloe doesn't have to be watered frequently. In fact, I think one of these I've had for at least a year now. Or 2 years, I could be wrong. Just trying to make more room, putting it to the side and making sure I have room to grow the aloe. I know, once again, isn't really recommended. In fact, I'm not really familiar with transplanting succulents as such, but I do know this for certain. They say usually you have to shake it and able to not have the roots be so tight like how it is now. This one was the one I recently bought, so for certain you can tell that it's been in that pot for a while. So I'm putting in, I think that's mostly good enough, so I'm just gonna top it off with the soil. Yeah. Just gotta get all around there too. Get on the other side, and then I have to shake this off to make sure. I'm doing this all wrong, but it's actually easier to do it with two hands, so I'm going to show you the finished product. But you get the idea. 1 second. Alright, so I planted all 3 of these. Now I know they say it's not recommended to put things in close proximity, but you know, as you can imagine, space is tight, so I have to try and utilize as much space as I can, just maximize. Yeah, so these aloes fell twice actually. Let me see. This one, it was these two, so I have to prune them or just snip them. This one of them kind of fell off, and then the recent ones were this one and I think this piece right here. I think this one may have to be cut too, so don't grow any bacteria. So yeah, I have to do a lot of snipping of these aloe plants, but luckily I have 2 more, and I think that's how I can officially maximize the efficiency of the aloe. But yeah, this is how it looks so far. I love it. You know, it's so far very sturdy. I'm gonna give it a little spritz so at least the soil stays moisturized. They say when you first transplant something, it's best to water it at least like 1 or 2 times. But since these are succulents, it is a special. I mean, it's a special circumstance, but I'm still gonna give it a bit of water to make sure they're nurtured. Yeah. Alright, so I watered it. I mean, put a little bit of water in some moisty soil, but here it is. I'm going to spray it off a little bit more. But yeah, so far, I'll do an update to see how well the aloe does in a group of 3. But I just saved myself some space and the hassle of having to take this and have it spill all over the floor in the house. So I'm grateful for this. Yes.